Thank you. So I wanted to start before I put my presentation on to see what careers or what do you guys think that you will be doing in the future? What job do you want to have? Does anyone know what they want to be when they grow up yet? Go ahead and put that in the chat. Okay, we have an artist. Anyone else know what they want to be yet? An inventor, a chemist, volleyball player, a policeman, or in the Air Force, computer engineer, a baseball player, paleontologist, teacher. Oh, I'm loving the variety here. Everyone has something different. All right, we'll wait for one more and then I'm gonna get started and tell you how I started my journey. Great, thank you all for sharing. Let's see, we are going to share my screen. President, all right. So again, thank you. So my name is Rachel Tertis. I'm the wildlife biologist here at the Don Edwards San Francisco Bay National Wildlife Refuge. And today I'm going to be talking to you about what is a biologist. And I thought I would start out with how did I become a biologist? Let's get that screen. There we go. So how it started. So for me, when I was in elementary school, I started out in Girl Scouts, and Girl Scouts was my first time getting out and hiking. I learned how to put up a tent. I learned how to cook outside, and that was kind of my first introduction to being in the outdoors. And the other thing I did was this third grade assignment I had, and I found a picture of it, and I was so excited. So I did a presentation about Jacques Cousteau. And does anyone know what Jacques Cousteau invented? See if anyone puts it in the chat. Or you might not even know. A diving suit, that's a good guess. It's part of a diving suit. So Jacques Cousteau was the inventor of scuba, so the self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. And as he opened up this world to be able to explore the plants and animals under the water. And he was really good as well as videoing those areas and really sharing them. And so back when I was in third grade, who knew that my third grade assignment would be what would help me think about becoming a biologist? So then I went to college and I studied at Virginia Tech. And I did my normal classes, but I also got to do these fun things. I got to work with some black bears. I took a beekeeping class. Here's me holding 10,000 bees in my hand. That's me on the bottom right. And then I did a summer job where I got to go out at night and catch salamanders and get paid for it. And I thought, wow, this is pretty amazing. And then I took a class called herpetology, which is the study of reptiles and amphibians. And I went to my first National Wildlife Refuge. It wasn't even until college that I knew what a National Wildlife Refuge was. But here I am, and in the bottom right, it's a picture of me holding a little alligator from that field trip. And we caught frogs and snakes. And I was like, wow, this is where I want to go when I grow up. And so I was able to get an internship, and it was here at the Don Edwards San Francisco Bay National Wildlife Refuge. So here I am just out of college, and I'm holding a California tiger salamander, this big, giant, fat salamander with a smile. And I, again, was like, this is what I want to do. I love salamanders. And so then we go, how's it going? So 20 years later, and I'm still working at the refuge, and I'm working with a lot of these same species and same plants. So what is a biologist? A biologist studies humans, plants, animals, and the environments in which they live. And now I thought we would try and match up some more specialized biologists. And so what we're going to go through each one separately. And so take a look now. You're going to be matching the description on the left to the name on the right. And you're going to be putting them into the chat. Okay, so just take a second to read through some of these. Okay, so now we're going to do a match. So we're going to do number 1, which is a person that studies frogs and snakes. What do you think it is? So look at the letters on the right and go ahead and chat what letter you think is a person that studies frogs and snakes. Okay, we got C, we got B, we got A, we got B. I think C, I got A. All right, well, I think we're gonna get to learn some things today. We have a good variety of choices here. C, C, E, C. Okay, thank you. So here we go. Here's our answer. It's C, a herpetologist, the study of reptiles and amphibians. Okay. Next one is going to be a person that studies birds. It's going to get a little bit easier because we're going to get less and less each time, right? So who studies birds? Is it A? Is it B? Is it D, E, or F? What do you think? We got F. We got E. We got B with a question mark. E. F. More F's. A with a question mark. E, B. Oh, we are all over the place. All right, great. So guess what? A person that studies birds is, ding, 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 an ornithologist. All right, the study of birds. All right, we're narrowing it down. Thanks for all your answers. Okay, now we're at 3, a person that studies plants. This is Adona, who is on here. This is what she is. We got botanist, we got B, we got B, B, B. Oh, all right. I think everyone knows. Oh, some E's. Someone thought a lot of E's. Okay, a lot of B's. Great. You guys got it. A botanist studies plants. Okay, who studies fish? We have 3 choices left. We have a lepidopterist, we have a mammologist, and we have an ichthyologist. E, 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 E. You guys are doing great. You got it. That crazy word, ichthyologist, is the study of fish. All right, we have 2 left. A person that studies butterflies is a lepidopterist or a mammologist. A, D, A. Okay, we're kind of all over the place on that one. Let's see, I have both A's and D's, maybe equal. Okay, here comes your answer. Lepidopterist. All right, person, they do study butterflies in the Lepidoptera family. And what is our last one? It's a person that studies mammals is a mammologist. Gave that one away, was our last one. Thank you guys all for participating. You did, that was a good choice. Lots of good answers there. Okay, so what does a biologist do on a refuge? Okay, we work on land. We work in the water and in the air. And we work during the day and we work at night. And we work with a lot of different species. So we work with birds. We work with snakes and other reptiles. We work with plants and their habitats. We work with butterflies and their host plants. We work with sharks and other fish. We work with frogs and other amphibians. And we work with mammals of all sizes. Here we have the salt marsh harvest mouse, and this was taken last week as we did some salt marsh harvest mouse studies. But not only do we work with the plants and animals that surround us, we get to go out and share our passion with the public. And we do events like fishing days with Latino Conservation Week. We take out people on boating trips to introduce them to the waterways. We get to do outreach where we are going out to things like career fairs. This is the Oakland Zoo. We also do work with media. So we'll do magazines and newspaper articles, as well as videos. And of course, environmental education camp. I've been so happy to be involved with Martian Camp for the last, I think, 6 years. So not only Martian Camp, but going into schools and doing presentations and really connecting with the youth. And so you might think, well, what skills does a biologist need? And isn't it just science and math? And I think the answer is no. There's a lot of skills that you can learn or have to be successful in this field. So just having curiosity to know why something is the way it is, flexibility, good observation skills of being able to see that little lizard running around, patience, communication skills, being a team player, and being motivated. So these are all things that you can have, even if you don't excel in other ways that are very important skills. And then what can you guys do? Well, in your own garden or at your own house, you can help plant native plants or create a pollinator garden. You can help remove non-native plants, both again in your area or on sites like the refuge. Keeping your pets inside so they're not eating our native plants, native animals. Thinking about our purchases. So every time we purchase a single-use plastic product, where does that plastic go? And is it going to end up? These are all, we call these marsh toys. These are all toys that we removed from the marsh that have somehow made it in. And so thinking about what purchase you make and where it will go. Can you reuse it? Can you recycle it? You know, things like that. Following some of the posted signs, these are ways that we can help protect some of our natural areas like the refuges or parks. And also just getting outside. So being part of this camp is great. This is a way to expand your knowledge. Getting out and exploring these areas as much as you can will give you the appreciation to move forward and really benefit your local environment. And now I have some time for questions. And I'm going to stop my sharing so that I can see everyone.
Thank you so much, Rachel. Do you guys have any questions? Like, did you guys think of any questions as she was speaking? Feel free to write in the chat.
There's some comments on the chat. I see Bruno. I have a lemon tree, a plum tree, a Napoli tree, jalapeno tree, a plant, and a tomato plant, strawberry and cilantro. Wow, can I come to your garden and cook? This sounds amazing. There's one question by Valeria. Have you ever gotten hurt by an animal or thing you were observing?
That's a good question. I got bit by Salty last week on my thumb. So it does happen, but pretty rarely, because we have certain ways to do it that we can minimize stress to the animal and make sure that we're handling them all in the right way. Same with, snakes. We want to make sure that when we handle the snakes, we're doing it in the right way so that we're not getting injured by the animals we're studying. So one of the things we do is we wear gloves, and there's a proper way to hold them. This one just got around it. So nothing serious, but yes, it does happen occasionally.
Bruno also mentioned something about saving water because it's important for the plants and animals.
Yeah, that's great. So one of the things I do now too, especially with the drought, is I'll use the leftover water from boiling corn or I'll use the water after I rinse my vegetables, and then I take that outside and I put that in my garden. And so there's ways to reuse some of the water that that's nice and clean and get it outside to help your plants. So that's a great idea. And then I think, yes, special soap for laundry and bath, that's really important. So there are some soaps that are better for the environment than others. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some that have less chemicals and some that are more nature-based.
Yeah. Thank you. That's what I was trying to say. I had that Bruno said he got stung by a bee. That is something I have had happen as well during work, both bees and wasps.
Yes, Giorgio, biodegradable. That's the word Rachel and I were both trying to find. Thank you.
I know, I couldn't think of it. Monday morning.
Micheline is asking, what's your favorite part of your job?
Let's see, favorite part of my job. I think it is driving an airboat. So I drive a boat. It's like a fan boat. It's the boats that you see in the videos in the Everglades in Florida that go on top of the water. And so I get to drive one of those really fast. And so that's my favorite part.
Okay, awesome. Anyone else have any more questions for Rachel?
And if you guys think of any questions later, feel free to send them to Zena, and then I can always send responses back. So no problem if you can't think of any right now.
Looks like somebody asked.
Yeah, what is a common plant to eat?
Oh, that's great. So Bruno
Valerie.
wrote mint one. There's some non-native plants I know, like fennel. That's one that you could eat the bulb of, and
Pickleweed is a good one.
in the store. Pickleweed is edible, though. Salty really likes it. It's pretty salty.
Yeah, we want to make sure it's still intact.
You can eat a lot of weeds too, like mustard.
Mm.
Make nice salads. Yeah.
Right.
Awesome. All right, so it looks like if there is not any more questions, if you guys have any questions like throughout camp, feel free to ask. So thank you so much, Rachel, for that amazing presentation. That was a great example. I'm so glad that she was able to talk about her job as a biologist. And you guys can do great professions like that as well too. And that is the main purpose of this camp. It's to inspire you and to teach you how to better take care of yourselves and connect with others, so you can connect with the land and be powerful advocates for the environment. Like, I hope this played like good inspiration. Like, it's anything is possible. And just like Rachel said, there are so many types of characteristics and skills you can have to succeed as a biologist or any other profession that you guys want to do in the future.